the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Bradley Beal putting in some incredible work. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. And taking a look at the Wizards, Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, they're getting higher percentage looks, good game planning. The ball is moving around. Guys aren't pulling the trigger at the first thing they see. They're definitely staying disciplined. That's a big part of what has them having the lead at the halftime.
Over to Kenny. What'd you think about Detroit?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
Playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for him. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Blake Griffin.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance
For
to
Greg
hear Dwayne
Anthony,
Casey
Chris Harper, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA. Presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
Well, big output from Kevin Durant. The length and skill creates so many mismatches that he can take advantage of, and that's at both ends.
Kenny, let's get your opinion on New Orleans.
Well, look, they turn the ball over way too much. You can't do that in the NBA. Teams are just too talented. You can't give them that many possessions. Don't give away the entire game just by giving up an extra few possessions here and there. These guys need to come with more precision in the second half.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
Delivering the blowout. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next.
The winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have.
Joining
It's
us,
a
that'll
huge
do it for
boost
now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you later.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. Some good action during the period, as it was just a one-point game at the end of one. They gathered some serious momentum in the second quarter, and as well as they played, it's a little bit of a surprise that their lead isn't more than 7 points here at the half. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Grizzlies?
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. You know, I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. Matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Houston?
Poor efficiency on offense. That's what jumps out at me. You aren't going to win many games shooting under 35%. Bad shot selection, too much one-on-one play, not finishing with authority. Now, these are correctable errors. They could choose to come out in the second half and completely flip that script.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And pulled off a tremendous comeback, now enjoying the lead. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense
of
on
our
his
Jordan
heels.
player of the game, Ja Morant.
And he's been the man running the show for them, and boy, has he done a great job. He's up in the double digits in assists, and more than a few of those have been of the spectacular variety. For them to be successful, his passing has to be a key component, and tonight it was on display.
On our sideline, our for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 30 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
You have to marvel at the uniqueness of the Greek freak. From half court, he needs only 2 dribbles. That's right, 2 dribbles to get to the rim. He can pass like a point guard at almost 7 feet. The list goes on and on.
Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
Well, you want to try to hold your opponent under 50% shooting. That has not happened. Defensively, they're allowing way too many good looks. They need to do a better job of shutting down the lane, as well as closing out on shooters.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
As they end the third quarter with a big 11-1 run. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back from the first half. Been a dandy so far. A dandy. You like that word, Kenny?
You know
it's
what?
a dandy.
My third grade teacher used to say that all the time.
That you're a dandy.
So this is a dandy of a class.
It is. And this is a dandy of a show. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet, Shaquille O'Neal.
So what's a dandelion?
Well, basically, that's what the class was.
A really cool lion.
Got it.
For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
Well, there was a big spark from the bench in the first half. Sometimes you're hoping for your reserves to come in and just hold court, but they didn't do that. They actually got better.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
What impressed me the most was the effort they put into the offensive glass. The second chance points really added up for them. Fighting through box outs, battling for position, they owned the offensive boards.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
This is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.
When it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
D'Angelo Russell getting it done for the Golden State Warriors. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Golden State did not hesitate to set the pace. Some major league offense and defense in the mix as they raced out to an 11-2 lead. They delivered a real beatdown in the first quarter, ending with a whopping lead. The second quarter didn't advance their lead, but they still dominated the half overall, ending it way, way out in front. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
One thing we know, D'Angelo Russell can score. Crafty. He's a good touch from three and uses his length well from the foul line. Terrific first half.
Looking at Portland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, they got to do a better job on the glass. Ernie, they got outworked. They were weak physically. That's part of how they fell behind in this game. I think if they can control those things, they'll be okay, Ernie.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
The end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
These timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
As the ringleader of their offense, he has been on his game tonight. Spreading the ball around, keeping everyone involved, making sure the offense never gets bogged down. He's just giving them just what they needed at that point guard position.
Gonna do it for now. Let's catch up now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.